Preschool Playroom open for young ones after service next Sunday on July 7th upstairs in the chapel. This gathering will be in other people. The Deceivers. Yeah. Thank you for spending your morning with us and sharing your music. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Thank you for your work.
Edge of our lives, to resist the headlines and see their communion. We will now receive our offering.
So today we have some special music, and I see we have some special guests with us today too. You know Claire, right? My daughter. I'm like, then stop texting me in the middle of a service. Do you not see I'm working? Hold on a second, sorry. So how can you have a kingdom with nothing? Amy Nelson, how can I help you? Okay. Oh my goodness. Do any of you have phones? Claire said she didn't know this was Flame Claire for Time for All Ages. I should turn my phone. Really? What should I have done left it? Am I trying answering the phone?
Okay.
So what answering the phone?
Okay.
So what should we do? Do you think book about the kingdom of nothing? Do you think that sounds like a plan?
Yes.
Please reach out to Reverend Luke in a few. Celebrate with Peggy Bailey her 95th. All you friends are invited to attend. Cards of celebration are the church who are for mailing and encourage you to spread well. Below you, the earth and its ancient turning, and above you, the sky and the stars shining with ancient light, holding you in this space, and you are known as beloved. I invite you into this time of meditation, this time of prayer, first by sharing silence together. Spirit of life, in your heart this day, in joy or sorrow, celebration or concern, and silently For all those names spoken and unspoken, may we be. Listen, roads not taken, wrong turns, destination, to recognize that the song is best sung with others. Here in community, bringing alive that most primordial and original impulse, the desire to sing to the universe who we are, to celebrate and share our lives with others. Love for the community of Earth and love for the light in each other be ours now.
The reading this morning is Clearing by Martha Postlethwaite. Patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hand.
There's these beautiful flowers down here and such a warm welcome from Stephanie and Melissa, right? And the rest of the staff here and you all. It is a real joy to be here. So I want to say just a few words before I get into my sermon this morning about Luke, because I've known him for a long time. And there, he was a congregant at that time. And over the years, we have shared about Luke, but he's a pretty good pickleball player. And a number of years, so I really value my friendship with Luke and the love that he brings into the world, the gifts of ministry and passion, tension, and hold it fast. This idea that any place, anything can be magic, it was one of the frameworks that I really practiced with my family when we traveled a year of discernment, really, about what was next in our lives. It was during the pandemic. School wasn't working for the kids. So I left with this grand vision of seeing a bucket list, and they were magical. But again and again, I was reminded, often by our children, that any place. Was about 2 years old. We went on a long-awaited trip to the beach. We started to unload the cooler and the beach chairs and the backpacks, and our son unbuckled himself from his car seat and plunked himself down in the sand next to the car and started digging with the little sand toys. "I love the beach," he shouted, ready to play all day in this shoulder of the road and the sand that was right there. He was disappointed and frustrated when we told him that this actually wasn't the beach. And we RV as a family, we developed this mantra of AOA campground we stayed at, and it was the clay that we found there and played with and molded into balls and other shapes that we dried out and that we took with us on the rest of our travels. In Utah, Arches was nice, but it was just normal rocks near our campsite that I'm certain that everyone in this room, all of you have your own stories of any place can be magical, which in many ways is the point of a faith community, isn't it? To come and be reminded of those things we've forgotten. So the reminder here is pretty straightforward. Paying, seeing them as they are, not as we would like them to be, but as they are. It can be a magical and heart-opening place, and what a joyous thing that can be. The root of energy to be with what is, whether it's your breath or your feelings. It's easy for me up here to say, paying attention matters. Amy shared that the actual place that we are, or from seeing the actual people that are right there in the practice we have. We've been talking about this and reflecting on this as we meet with people and lead groups, as we accompany people who are moving to their inner lives, and they find it nearly impossible to do on their own. So this is the heart of what we're doing in our practice. We are working to hold space for people to listen deeply, to make a clearing in the dense forest of your attention, right? Like, watch me ride. And honestly, like, adults are kind of like that too. We hide it a little bit better, maybe, but like, attention and the world around us or the people around us, large, vast sums of money way to joy and connect, if you will. Like something challenging, most rewarding work that I've ever done. What I can see like once he was born and then needed him to have a vision of what it's going to be like to be a parent. You don't see the true beauty or thought he should be a child. It took me a long time to let the unique being and the unique song, that piece of sort of this in an I-it framework, which is body. Hold those names that are named in the time of meditation and reflection. Please rise in body or spirit. Don't need to be magician. Amen.